All right, let's see if we're actually are live. Once again, we have to check this stuff out because as of late, we know that YouTube seems to not show what's going on. Alex, can you actually see me? Just want to make sure. Okay. All right, good. All right, good. Just want to make sure it is on. Because I never know with this thing anymore. I never know if it's really working or not. So, okay, good evening and welcome to another edition of Randy's Guitar Addict Live Guitar Talk and more on this Wednesday night. Yes, sirree. We're a little burned out. Can you see me? I cannot see you, but it's fine. Alex, I cannot see you. I can see your chat, but that's all I see is a chat. So, all right. So we, as most everybody knows, we just got done doing a guitar show in Tampa this past weekend. And why is this? I don't know what's going on here. I have no idea. So we just got done doing the guitar show in Tampa. And I'll tell you what, it was a surprise show. We thought for sure the show was going to be a bust. We really didn't have a lot of faith in it. We thought, man, it's going to be just like last year because this show actually was Bradenton last year. And they moved it from Bradenton down to Tampa, and which was a great move, really good move. Right off of I-4 and just past the I-75 exit. So if you're coming from Ocala or Miami or Daytona, wherever, Orlando, it was right in the hub. So everybody, it seemed like everybody came out because it was packed. Saturday, we did not expect it. We had, like I said, we didn't have a lot of hope for it because we hadn't seen a lot of advertising for it. And other than myself and another guy I know that was doing some advertising, we're pretty much the only thing I saw anybody talking about this show at all. And people came out. The people came out. Unfortunately, the dealers, we only had, I think, 35, maybe 40 dealers. We didn't have as many dealers as we would have hoped we would have had. I anticipate that will change next year. Next year, this show will be a big show. So if you like the Orlando show or whatever, if you're here in the state of Florida, this show will probably be on par with that. Just like the Sarasota show. The Sarasota show, first year was good. Second year was great. And I anticipate this third year coming up for Sarasota to be tremendous as well. So it's good stuff going on. What's up, Jimmy? And so, yeah, I think the guitar stuff is going to be good this next year. So. big old evil tone tonight. We have hooked up a new rig in the room. My old Kemper, which we had talked about last couple weeks. There it is. There in its case, all its glory, sitting down on the floor, has pretty much said, you know what? I don't know if I like working with that cabinet you had going on, and I got tired of it. So we have a second quad Cortex, and we're playing through a Positive Grid powered cab. And so far, it seems to be working pretty good. I mean, I have not messed with this quad Cortex that I'm using. So, I don't know, until I figured it all out. It is what it is, but it sounds pretty good, I think. Let's see. Let's turn off the Octaver. If you don't know what Octaver is, this is what they sound like. Steph, how are you? So I turn that off, and we have. Turn back on. How would I compare? How would this rig compare to a traditional one in watts? In watts, this thing is, I believe it's a couple hundred watts. It's not I mean, it's enough to do. I could definitely do a gig with this little rig I have here. No ESP Strat, no. So a few LCDs, but no ESPs at the show at all. None. So one day we all have a dream. So yeah, so the show we did this weekend. God, my wife went with me, helped me load in, which the load in was easy peasy. They actually let us drive my van in and park it right next to my booth, and I load it right out into my booth. And that was like the easiest load in that I've ever done. Now, load out was not quite that good. We actually still in the building, but we were probably 75 yards away. So it wasn't as easy, but it still was better than going out of the building into the parking lot and doing the whole 9 yards. So not that bad. But my wife did not go with me on Saturday, and she stayed in the hotel and just kind of goofed off. And I tell you what, it took me by surprise. When I first saw the first couple people trickling in, the promoter turned, because I was the very first booth. When you walk in, I was right to the right. I had the best possible booth I could have, except the guy in the middle that was right across from me. He was really sharking everything coming in. I didn't have a chance to get anything. I have no idea what he got. If we find one with a Royal Floyd Rose LTD, would be cool. Okay. Well, all right. I'll keep that in mind. But the Yeah, so I was right there. He looked at me, he goes, "There's a line out the door down this side." I went, "Ooh, okay. That might be a problem if it lasts for long." And it lasted all day long until probably the line was there till probably 2 o'clock at least. I was like, "Oh my god, this is insane." As many people were actually coming out to this guitar show, and they're here. So so it was crazy. I mean, I was like whooped that that Saturday night. Luckily, me and my wife went and got some food and walked around the mall a little bit. That's about all we did. Tonight, by the way, we will end the stream earlier than normal. I have to drive to DeLand tonight and take my dog to my daughter, who's going to take the dog to her work tomorrow. She works at a emergency vet clinic, and they want to see the dog. So we'll check out of here about 8:30, and we'll be out of here. So tonight's going to be a short one. So I apologize for that. But anyways, so yeah, we were tired already going into the show because the night before we went to Sir Henry's Haunted Trail in Plant City. And it's one of the best haunted adventures that we've gone to. I mean, we really enjoyed this one. They scared the crap out of me and my wife several times. So it was good. It's very good. Wow, you got a phase shifter. White zombie. Hey, it's Halloween this Friday. So I hope you guys got your candy all ready to give out to the kids. I had candy at the show, actually giving candy to the people at the show. And it was kind of funny because I was actually telling them, I said, can't take the candy unless you tell me something. You have to tell me what you need to tell me if you want the candy. And they're like, please? No. Can I have some? No. Is it free? Yeah, it's free. What am I supposed to say? I said, what do you do during Halloween? You look at all the people in costumes? No, that's what one person said. You look at people in costumes? No, that's not what we do. I said, you say something when you go get candy. What did you do when you were a little kid? Trick or treat? Yeah, that's it. So these people I'd have them say trick or treat. If they want the candy, they had to say trick or treat. So I think a few people did get some candy without that happening because I had my back turned or I was actually helping people because I looked at that bowl and that bowl was gone pretty fast because I brought the goods candy. I brought, Snickers and the Twix and Milky Ways and all the good candy. So, and I had some nerds in there as well. So we got to have the nerds. You guys had the gummy nerds? Those are my jam, man. I I hate them because I eat those things like crazy. When I'm driving home late night from a gig, I grab a few few bags of those, stick them in my car, and then driving home, I start opening them and I start eating them on the way home. Give me a little sugar rush because I can't have caffeine. So I have the sugar rush to get me all the way home because usually I'm 2 hours away for all my gigs. One day I'll have some gigs around town, but besides my one gig, I thought Candy was a great idea. Any specific guitars stand out from the show? Any specific guitars stood out from the show? That's a really good question, Alex, because unfortunately, I'm not. Guitars don't really do anything for me. Unfortunately, I look at a guitar. I mean, they do a lot for me, but I look at guitars differently than like you people do. I don't have the same way of looking at them because I look at them as, unfortunately, as numbers. How much money can I make off of this guitar? And is it going to help me keep the store open? So that's kind of the way I look at guitars when I'm at a guitar show. I love guitars, but I look at them for different reasons. If I was a player going to a show, I would probably be totally like, oh, there would be several guitars. There was a 55 Les Paul Custom like mine that last week we used on the stream. We used my 55 or 56. His is a 55. That was a cool guitar. There was a Les Paul SG, with the side to side tremolo on it. That was cool. What else did I see in there? I love Melody Makers. There was a couple Melody Makers in the room that were cool. There was a Les Paul Jr. 59 that was in there, double cut. That was very cool. What else did I see? There were so many guitars. It's really hard to remember what was actually in there, but play every day. Hey, how are you doing? Flash Flood sent you. Oh, cool. Awesome. It's kind of funny. Speaking of Flash Flood, so tonight we were originally going to be at Halloween Horror Nights. Alex and myself had planned this and we kind of did a whim. We kind of talked. We've been talking about that. I didn't tell anybody who it really was, but it's Alex from Flash Flood Gear. And we were going to go tonight. Alex could not get his pass for to go for tonight. So you're good, man. You're jamming tonight, and good. I'm glad. So Alex and me were going to meet out there, and unfortunately, it didn't happen. So he was going to be on the live stream with me tonight from Universal from Halloween Horror Nights. And kind of worked out because he had stuff going on, and he couldn't get the reserve pass for tonight. And plus, I have to leave here at 8:30 to go to DeLand to drop off my dog to my daughter. So stuff happens. Things happen. Maybe they happen for a reason. And Steph wants to know, was there any shred stuff? There were a couple LTDs in there. There was a 7-string in there. I don't know what the 7-string was because I really don't care. Play every day is a mantra. Yeah, I believe so. Boomers rock. But yeah, so there was some cool stuff at the show for sure. And if you Alex is actually on my channel. Alex and Thomas from Flash Flood are actually on the latest video that is up on YouTube right now if you want to watch it. Have I seen any 7-string strats? It's a good question. I don't know if I probably have, just don't remember when. I've seen a little bit. I've seen just about everything. It's doing the shows. We see just about everything, and then if we don't see it at the show, it comes in the door. I had never seen a Mark II Guild classical. I didn't know Guild ever even made a classical guitar. One walked in the shop. So, needless to say, that sold really quick at the show. They are worth crap, but it's an interesting piece to find that, from the 60s. Played one in Seattle years ago. Okay, cool. Played like butter. I'm sure it did. Yes, my dear, you can come in if you can. They are... Oh, cool. Well, good news. They are coming here to get the dog so you don't have to cut it short. Well, okay, we'll be on till 9 o'clock. It's normal time. All right, guys. What else we got here? Manford, what do you got? Hey, Randy, watch you a bunch. Great information and helpful tips. I am getting my hands in the much guitar resurrection for a couple years now. I started out restoring guitars and bass cabinets and combos. Cool. Well, welcome to the land of misfit toys. Oh boy. I am on the west side of Florida. So that was just over there. We were at the Tampa Guitar Show this past weekend. So whereabouts are you on the west side? Mr. Mountford? What's it? We'll wait for his response. Okay, Spring Hill. Okay, so you're over there by you're in Spring Hill. You're over there by Tony from Lido Loca. That's it. Or Lido Loca. That's a channel that's actually on YouTube if you ever need information on cruising and stuff. If you don't get it from my channel at Florida Fun and More, Tony's really good. He's over there in Spring Hill as well. He's got a lot more subscribers than I do. Tony's got like 200. So 200,000 subscribers. One day, I hope to have at least 100,000 subscribers. So if you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button and become part of the channel. Help me grow a little bit. So I'm on my way, just trying to get to 100,000. And one day I hope to be there before I'm dead. But who knows? You just never know. This is something. Delay. Sounds good. Sounds all right. Like I said, I gotta tweak this thing a little bit. It needs a little tweaking. That's pretty odd. I see there is an EQ in this thing. Let's see. Let me look at this thing. Where's that EQ at? I need to find out where that EQ is. By the way, what I'm doing here, guys, I'm going through my the second quad cortex. Oh, right. So I can't. Okay, there we go. Oh, wow. Holy mids. I love that. If you don't know what a quad cortex does, if you've never seen one, check one out. It's an interesting thing. What's the rest of the chain? We have. Ooh, I don't know what's in there. It's a Marshall. It's a Jubilee Marshall with a 412 cab. It is an EQ, parametric EQ. What else we got in there? It's got a delay, reverb. I'm not sure what else this stuff is. I'm trying to figure that out. Okay, so that's got too much. I believe that's got an octave, some kind of octave on there. I don't know what that is. Let me see what this is. Okay, that's a delay. I hear something in there. I'm not really sure what it is. What is that? Oh, compressor. That's what it is. That's what I'm feeling. I can feel something compressing everything. Oh, you have a red Cortex. Cool. I like the Cortex better than I do the Helix. I really do. Do Fender custom shops play much better than the deluxe models? No. It do not. They actually they're great. I mean, Fender custom shop stuff is great. But every guitar is basically on how you set it up. So if you can make a Squier play great. If you know what you're doing, you can make a Squier play just as good as a custom shop. Will it sound as good as a custom shop? No, it will not. But it probably will play just as well. I use the 2203 into a Mesa 412 with the Helix. So are you using the Helix as an HS stomp? That's what you're using? Or are you using an actual Helix? So. Check out tunings. Dun, 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 dun. I do that every time. It's like kind of funny. You start doing that, you get that Blues Brother thing going on. Yeah, surprising this thing. Oh, I forgot this guitar is in E flat. Does anybody else use E flat tuning like I do? E flat tuning. I have people come in the shop and they'll say, "Why do you tune to E flat?" And I'll say, "Because no real Helix, really." Surprising. You use a quad and a Helix. So, but yeah, I mean, people ask about the E flat tuning, E flat tuning, a lot of times you'll see a lot of bands. If you go out and see 90% of these bands that are playing out in clubs now, if they're over the age of 50, they're probably playing the E flat because the singer cannot sing like they used to. So they're having trouble hitting those notes. Allah or Allah, not Allah, but Allah. Don Dokken, who can't sing anymore, who I believe they're actually tuned down to D, completely D standard. I've seen a lot of bands actually do that too. I've seen a lot of bands from the past go down to D, not just D flat or E flat, but they're all the way down to D. So it's surprising, play with. I don't have a quad. Been line 6 for a long time. Oh, okay. Drop C in the metal band. I see a lot of bands in drop C. Yep. I see a lot of that for like metal bands and stuff like that, but most like the cover bands are just playing, the typical whatever, whatever. Just playing the typical radio rock and stuff. A lot of them are all in E flat. So, but that's why most bands are in E flat. It's just because they're trying to save a singer. Can't sing A. Oh, you can't. Okay. Can't sing A anymore in standard. Oh, Aaliyah. I believe that's what you're trying to say. Aaliyah. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff. I play with a guy on my acoustic duo, and I do fill in for his band as well. But he's one of those guys that can. We're in E flat, but he doesn't have to be. What is your opinion on capos? I don't use one. I think the only time I use a capo is I do. What is that song I do? Landslide. We play a Landslide in one of the bands I fill in for every now and then, and I'll use a capo. The capo. Capo. Capo, however you want to say it, it's all the same thing. It's just little contraption here. Capo. Whatever. You call it what you want. I call it what I want. Did you ever think of showcasing your shop guitars on the channel? We used to do this actually from the shop. We did this whole stream, the original stream that we did was from the shop. But once we kind of like start doing this, we just kind of like morphed into here, and it's a lot easier. I like the color PRS. It's more classic looking. Yeah, this is a nice old one. This one is actually a nice 86. So this is one of the originals. Churl. So, it's funny because I thought I was going to be on here for a half hour. So I really didn't plan much. I usually have a little script I kind of go by with what I'm going to talk about. So now I have to make up stuff. Michelle, how are you? Good to see you. Brian, what am I doing? I'm getting it. Get it in, Randy. Get it in. Okay, I got it in. So I will talk about a little bit about this. I always talk about the market, and we talked about this at the guitar show. One of the other dealers came down to me and he goes, "So the word on the street is guitars are down 20, maybe 25%." I said, "Yeah. Been talking about this for a little while." And he goes, "Why haven't I got the memo?" I said, "I don't know." Oh yeah, I remember you. The Mbico, I cannot pronounce that name. So what's up? What's up? What's up? So yeah, so we're talking about how the market has kind of dropped quite a bit. And it's just the way it is. Market sucks now, but it'll change again soon. Yes, it will. It will change again. I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I put up a Mark bass head up on Marketplace, trying to see if I could get some people maybe coming off of there, coming to the shop. God, Marketplace is the worst. It's as bad as Craigslist. It really is. You get these people and they say, "Is it still available?" And that's it. They ghost you. I had another one that yesterday came in and came on my feed and stuff. Said, "Is it still available?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." And he goes, "Great. I'd love to see it." I'm at 1672 and a half Ridgewood Avenue, Holly Hill. "Oh, you're a shop?" "Yeah." "Gone." "What does it matter if I'm a shop?" "Margaret, how are you? Good to see you." Margie's in the house. And it's crazy. I'm a shop. You know what that means to you? That means you can use a credit card. You don't have to bring me cash. Because I'm pretty sure if you meet a guy in a parking lot in parking lot of Walmart to buy a guitar, an amp, pedal, whatever, he's going to want cash. Me, you come see me, I can take a credit card. But this person, gone. Like every other one they reach out. Still available? Done. Gone. You never see him again. Oh my God. Damned you're here. Let's get meaner. What's your favorite studio guitar? Favorite studio guitar? And here's this one. This is my favorite one. I play this one all the time. I have this one. I have the red one back there. I play that one. So that's fine. That's in standard pitch, and this one's in half step. And the only reason I have these guitars in two different tunings is because sometimes you'll you find a song. So say you're playing, you want to. So you want to play. Where's this? Okay, so there. So if I want to play this. So if I want to learn look at the cat drag down. It's an E flat. So an E flat guitar to learn that song. But if I want to learn something like oh God, what am I thinking of? I'm trying to think of some songs that actually everything else is in Summer of '69. It's an E standard, so I need that guitar for that. Hey man, I like your YouTube videos about the guitar show down there in Tampa. I'm curious, what's the average amount of guitars that you sell per show? And what's the average price of a booth? So average amount of guitars that we usually will sell is probably four. Four guitars is probably a pretty Road King. Thank you. Is a kind of an average number that we get to the public. Now that's not what we sell to the dealers. Dealers could be anywhere between 1 and 6 because dealers like to. We do a Friday and we kind of trade it between each other, and it's not, like I said, it may not be sell, it may be trades. And the average price of a booth, this particular show was $1,000 to do this show. And most shows will run us an average of 1,000, maybe a little bit more. Like during Nashville up there, that's a $2,000 one. That's a hard one to do. I mean, it's just and unless you have a booth full of pre-1965 guitars, because they really don't like anything newer. It's all vintage up there. I mean, there's very few people buy anything newer. And the last thing you want to take to a show in Tennessee and Nashville is a Gibson, especially a new Gibson, because half the guys that walk through the thing, I worked at Gibson, I worked at Gibson, I work at Gibson, and they all know about the guitars, and they'll like, oh well, we get it at dealer cost. So I do not think the table was anywhere near that. Yeah, tables are not cheap. Well, I mean, the tables are You can now I'm just kind of figuring my expenses, kind of like what it costs to do the show. The table itself um, was $700. So it must be hard doing shows that are out of state. Yes, Michael or Michelle. Yes, they are. The time, the travel, and the expenses. That's a lot. Yes, it is a lot. And it's going to get worse for me because I have my buddy Bruce who usually does the shows with me every time. He did not do Tampa with me. He kind of like, I really don't want to do it. So he backed out of this one. My wife did it with me. It was great. I enjoyed having her. It's nothing like getting to sleep with your wife in the same bed, even when you're out of town. Now I don't like sleeping with Bruce. He snores a lot, and he's not a lot of fun. A lot of the kicker, a lot of tire kickers and window shoppers out there, sales are tough. Yes, they are. They're very tough. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Small profit, small profit, or small profit models too. Yeah, yeah. When you get into, we went and did a show in. Well, we didn't go to. We went to the show and just kind of checked it out. We filmed. You can watch. It's like the what is it, Melbourne Guitar Show. A Space Coast. That's what they call it. Space Coast Guitar Show. So we went down and did that, or filmed it for the channel, and it was, let's just say, there was a lot more of cheap stuff at that show. Now, tables for that show were $100. They were cheap per show standards. But when you do a show like Mountain Door's Swap Meet, they do the Mountain Door musician swap meet every quarter or so. His tables are like 25 bucks. You can go out there and set up in like a flea market situation. But when you do that, it brings a certain element out to do that. So people come out, well, they think, well, I guess it's time to bring all my Squires with me. And they bring all their Squires and all their Epiphones, and and that's all you got. You might have a scattered American Strat or Telly or something like that in there. Very few real Les Pauls. They're almost non-existent. And then you have Epiphone, Epiphone, Squire, 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 Aria, or Ibanez or something like that. There's not a lot of per se great guitars in there. Every now and then stuff will weed in there because a guy will say, I need to sell my stuff, and I think I can go to this swap meet thing and sell some guitars. And they'll come up and they'll sell some guitars out there. The only problem with that is my buddy Keith, the vintage guitar specialist on Reverb, will get up at the crack of dawn and be out there at 6 o'clock in the morning waiting for that first person to set up. And he will be right in their booth and say, hey, what do you got? And he sees any cases. If he sees a Lipton case, it's gone. Keith has already put the money out and he's getting it. Where I'm showing up because I got a gig the night before and I'm showing up at 8:30 and I'm missing out. So, what's the best cheap guitar these days for the money? Cheap. Well, how cheap are we talking? Because I consider $900 cheap nowadays. That's a cheap guitar, a decent cheap guitar. Um, if we're talking like the Fender Classic Vibes are great guitars. Those are really good. Those are a good deal. The ESPs, the LTD, the LTD, ESP LTDs, good buy. The Schecters are a good buy for the money. Um, I have a Firefly in the store right now. It's okay. It's okay. I probably wouldn't buy one, but they're out there, and they're cheap. The Harley Benton. Now, I will say the Harley Benton. I have seen a few of those. They're not bad. So, early bird gets a worm. Yes, they do. Same deal with the flea markets. Got to get there when they start setting up. Yes. Eric, how are you? Sire are decent. They're okay. Just like the Enyas. I've had a few Enyas come in the shop for setups because they aren't really set up that well. And they were okay. They are what they are. They're a cheap Chinese guitar. There are certain guitars that are decent for the money. They're cheap. The Enya, I will say one thing about the Enya guitars. The fretwork that I saw on these guitars actually was pretty decent. Probably better than the American Strats coming out right now. I need a Strat, maybe a classic vibe Strat. Yeah, see that's a good guitar. It's a good guitar. You can't go wrong with the classic vibe Strat or Tele. They're good. I don't know what the list on them right now is. I'm probably in that $800 range, somewhere like that. But you can pick them up used for three and a half. So don't be afraid to pick one up and play one because they are good. They're one of the better buys out there, as far as I'm concerned, for a Strat. They sound pretty good, and they look good. All right, so we got all right, so we've got about probably 8 or 9 minutes left in the stream here before we wrap her up and we go get the dog ready to hand off to my daughter, even though she's coming to pick it up. We got to make sure he's ready to go. Hand off. She's driving over here from Sanford. Have you ever tried a Moses? Yeah, a Moses graph. Is that a Moses graphite? Yes, I have. Yes, we had one of those in the shop. I always put new pots, new switch on the classic vibe. Yep. I would say that's a very good idea to do, Eric. I considered hawking in the parking lot a lot to get good deals on locals coming with their new guitars. Me and another guy did this one time. We were out. By the way, if you just joined us and stuff, and you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button and become part of the channel. It does help me a lot. I'm trying to get to 100,000 people, and it's going to take a little while, but every little bit helps. So, big dog, Jeffrey, come here. Jeffrey, come here. Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Gonna try to bring the big dog in here so you guys to see what I deal with every day. Okay, here you come. Jeffrey, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. No, he's not coming. Would have been cool. He's a huge dog. My dog is really huge. But no, it's me and a buddy of mine did this one time. We actually went to one of those antique roadshow things that they do, bring your guitar, cash paid for all your guitars or your antiques and stuff. So we showed up in the parking lot and we're watching for guitar cases, just watching, see the guitar case. run across the parking lot. Hey, man, what do you got in the case? Well, I'm going in here. Oh, no, no, no. You don't have to, man. We're dealers. We're good. I open the case up. Oh, cool. Yeah, cool. That's an Esquire. Yeah, cool. We'll take that. So, yeah, he's a little stubborn. He just didn't want to come in here. What kind of dog is he? He is a Great Dane. That's why I said he's a very, very big dog. When I'm sitting in this chair, he is above me. And he's a baby. He's a big old baby. So, but he's a fun dog, I guess. Let's just say, if you break in my house, now if you get past the alarm system, you gotta get past him. You get past him, then you got other problems. Scooby. His name is Jeffrey. Jeffrey the Great Dane. He's named after the Great Dane or the giraffe from Toys R Us. You love your dog, Dan. I think everybody loves their dog. That is big, especially for Florida hot weather. Now, he's big and it is hot and stuff, but Jeffrey doesn't go out that much. He doesn't like to go outside. He'll just stay inside the house and he'll go do his business. He'll come back in, and he'll chill all day long. Just get in your face and go. He loves to do it. He just sits there and cries. he has a little separation anxiety, which when we first got him, he was God. I did not like the dog at all. So everybody loves their dog or cat. I love cats. I just can't eat a whole one. So I've told the story of this, but needless to say, that came from a funny person. So a Great Dane boxer mix. Wow. Otis the Town Drunk. I like that. Bring him to help with sales at the shows. You know what? You say that. My wife, there were two guitars. There were two dogs at the show. There was Lester, who's he's a golden, no, not golden, what is it? Irish, not Irish Wolfhound, Irish Setter. Yeah, Irish Setter. That's what he is. He's that, and then there was like a small little mixed dog that was there. And my wife said, we should have brought Jeffrey. It's like, no. If Jeffrey had got the zoomies, because he gets zoomies, man, you're in trouble. That dog is so big, zoomies, you better be out of the way because he will take you down. I mean, take you down for the count. So no zoomies for Jeffrey at a guitar show. He's not going to go to a guitar show. So anyways, all right, so we're just about that 1 hour mark where we usually wrap things up around here. So anyways, guys, I'm sorry I didn't have much more to go on to tonight because like I said, I wasn't prepared as well as I should have been. I knew we were going to talk about the guitar show. We talked a little about the market and stuff, how things are kind of dropped as well. And, buying stuff off Craigslist and marketplace. But anyways, so, but we had anticipated, we thought we were going to be leaving it at the half-hour mark to go get or go take that dog to my daughter. But now she's coming to get the dog from here, and she'll take the dog. So needless to say, I will sleep tonight because he will be in Orlando. Hey guys, thanks for watching tonight. I do appreciate it. And as always, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, it does help me quite a bit. Until next week, we will, what was this? How about a clean tone on the PRs? Okay, we can do that. Yeah, let's find something clean in here. It's got a delay in it. Let's find out where the delay is. That's still not clean. That's still got a little bit of something going on. How's that? That's nice and clean. What do I think of the Korean? Well, the Korean were really good. They're now made in China, by the way. They're made by Court. Great guitars. Those pickups rock. They're not as nice as the Johnny Highlands, but they're all right. These, the old ones. These are all made by Lindy Fralin, by the way. These old ones. So, anyways, all right, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. So, wishing you guys a great week. We will see you next week. Have a safe Halloween. Don't give away too much candy, and because you got to leave some for yourself after Halloween. Because no, never mind. No, give away the candy. Get rid of the candy. You don't need the candy. Leave it for me. Until next week, guys. Remember 8 o'clock. Once again, we'll be on here as always every Wednesday 8 o'clock. Until next time, guys. So long from the Sunshine State.